Kicking off the introductions will be Team Romania, representing player number 1, Manuel Salpurel. Player number 2, Fiorello Mitru Mitsu. Player number 3, Jon Bles. Player number 5, Cosmin Kalota. Player number 6, Christian Laszlo Kovac. Player number 7, Goalball Purel. As the head coach of Team Romania, Sorin Ramadati. Up next, Team Sweden, representing player number 1, Oskar Alverstam. Player number 6, Ludvig Nilsson. Player number 3, Romir Serenati. Player number 4, Felix Rosval.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to live coverage of the IBSA Goalball European Championships Group B from Lahti in Finland. Well, after 2 days of grueling group action, we're now into the placings and knockout games. 2 days of relentless group games for 10 of these sides in the men's side of the competition. It all comes down to today and tomorrow. And first up, we have the 9th, 10th place playoff game between Romania and Sweden, getting underway in around about 5 minutes' time. Well, Romania and Sweden will be battling it out to try and finish in that 9th spot. Both sides finish bottom of their respective groups. Romania finished bottom of Pool A and put in some spirited performances despite the 10-0 defeat at the start of the championships to Greece and the 16-6 defeat to Russia. They put in some valiant displays against Portugal, against Israel, and even in the first half against Russia, in what was a quite incredible first half of Russia leading 5-1, and then when we reached the interval, it was 6-5 to Romania, but Russia turned on the style to beat them convincingly in the end. As for Sweden, well, it's really been a fall from grace for Sweden over the years, and their confirmation of demotion to the Pool C European Championships was confirmed yesterday. Sweden played 4 and lost 4, including some heavy defeats along the way. Even Italy with springing a surprise against Sweden in the opening game with a 12-2 victory. So, just a couple of minutes away from the start of day 3 of these IBSA Goalball European Championships Group B from Lahti in Finland. And just to give you a bit of a flavour of what's to come throughout the day. So we've got the 9th versus 10th playoff, our first game of today, and then it'll be followed by 4 quarter-finals, with our first quarter-final being Greece versus Italy. That'll be followed by Great Britain against Russia, Montenegro against Portugal, and Israel against Poland. We'll have about an hour and 45 minutes break before we get on to the 5th to 8th places playoff game. 2 of those followed by the 2 semi-finals. So lots to come throughout the day. Sure, lots of thrills and spills, lots of drama to come. But by the end of today, we will know who will be competing in the bronze medal matches and the final, of course. But first up, we need to decide who will be finishing in those 9th and 10th places. So Sweden will be playing in blue shirts with the yellow stripe down the left and right on their sleeves, as Romania in a lime sort of green, a bit minty green, the colour of their shirts is the best I'm going to go for. Mint green or maybe even grey. It's a bit of a combination of all three, really. But we'll go for grey. So Romania will be throwing from right to left from the view of the officials' table, and Sweden from left to right. So just about to get underway then in our first game of day 3 here in Finland. And let's just quickly run through the starting threes for both sides. So for Sweden, we have number 3, Fatmir Seremetti, number 4, Felix Rostval, and number 5, Johan Petersen. As for Romania, we have number 2, Vioro Dumitru Micu, number 5, Cosmin Kalota, and number 6, Nikolai Doror Barula. So Romania in grey, shooting, throwing from right to left, with Sweden throwing from left to right in the blue shirts with a yellow stripe down the sleeves. And we're just about ready to get underway. And it's going to be Romania to start us off today. And it's going to be Cosmin Kalota in the centre of the court. And he goes down the centre as well, picked up by Johan Petersen. Johan Petersen came into the starting 3 yesterday for Sweden. That's Fatmir Seremetti from the right with his first effort of the morning. Well, it really has been a fall from grace for Sweden over the last 3 to 4 years. Here is Miku. Comfortably saved by Seremetti. Seremetti going for the bottom right corner and has his effort blocked as well. While Sweden, former silver medal Paralympic medalists back in 2004 in Athens, bronze medals in 2000 in Sydney, in 2008 in Beijing. He won the World Championships in 2002 in Rio, runners-up in 2006 in the US. But it's just not gone their way the last couple of years. They declined from Rostock in 2019, finishing 9th, where they beat the Czech Republic actually in the end, in the 9th versus 10th playoff. And they just haven't been able to compose themselves and bounce back. And in fact, we'll be heading to Division 3 of the European Championships. Well, a comfortable start for both sides. Cosmin Kalota down the centre with a fizzing effort that comfortably bounces into the chest of Johan Petersen. Now here's Felix Rostval on the left. And he fizzes one down that left channel, but it's saved by Cosmin Kalota, and he will reply. Johan Petersen came into the side against Montenegro in their final group game. In their 13-5 defeat to Johan Petersen. Nico Åkerberg has been favoured in the centre along with Oscar Alvrested. But it's Johan Petersen who gets the nod this morning. Here's Felix Rostval, who's also being given the chance to start the game. Oh, and that's the first goal of the day for Romania. And it's Miku who's been their shining light for Romania in these championships. Here's Felix Seremetti, and he replies. 1-1. Well, this game represents an opportunity for both of these sides to register a win in these championships. And boy, would they love to leave Finland with at least a win to their name. Here's Felix Rosval on the left side. And fizzes one down the court, and that's comfortably saved in the end. In the centre, by Barula. And here comes Carlotta on the right side, and again, a comfortable save for Johan Pettersson. Felix Rosval with a spinning effort that just comfortably enters into the lap of Barula. And Miku will get an opportunity on the left here. Already has one to his name this morning. Pushed wide by Felix Rosval. Rosval again with a spinning effort that just skims the floor. It's comfortable in the end for Cosmin Carlotta. So 9 minutes gone, one apiece. 2 goals in the space of 20 seconds. There was a quick reply from Fatmir Sarametti for Sweden after the opening goal from Miku. Here's Sarametti. Miku down to his left. Miku sends one down the centre. And Johan Pettersson is there to meet it. Sarametti, well, he was the Sweden top scorer in the 2019 Pool A European Championships with 12 goals in that competition. And at the moment he is level with Mikael Åkerberg with 7 goals apiece in these championships. Fatmir Sarametti, he's got another, and Sweden have turned this game around. Sweden going to end these championships on a high. They know that they'll be demoted to Division C of these European Championships, but can they finish off with a win? Felix Rosval with the efforts that is blocked. Miku replies quickly, and Rosval smothers the ball on the left side. Well, Romania, of course, were invited to these championships as substitutes for Slovenia and Czech Republic, who unfortunately couldn't make these championships due to the inability to train in their home countries. Well, substitution here for Romania, and it's going to be Cosmin Carlotta who's going to come off. Miku's now switched to the right side of the three for Romania. Has been interchangeable between Carlotta and Miku, between the right and left side of their three. And Kovacs will come on. Christian Kovacs for Romania. Bit of a live wire in the Romanian squad. Kovacs, a ball of energy. And can he just help Romania get back to level terms? They were 1 up and now they find themselves 2-1 down. Here's Miku's come to the right. Saved by Felix Rosval, who's been in and out of the starting three, but he gets a chance this morning. Fatmir Sarametti with the effort. And it's blocked, and it's going to be a ball over to Sweden. So they're going to get another opportunity to have a throw at the Romanian three. Here's Felix Rosval, who has a go on the left. Just using his left hand to touch the top of the crossbar and fizzes one down the left side that's blocked by Kolota, by Miku, I should say, sorry. And he responds, and it's out of play on the right side. Here's Fatma Serameti on the right. Now the leading scorer for Sweden in these championships. And a ball over again for Sweden. So another opportunity here. We have 7 minutes of the first half remaining. And he's going to go down the centre this time. And it's a fizzing effort that's blocked. And the reply's down the centre as well. And it's in! Romania equalise. The quick fire thinking of Nikolai Dolobarula in the centre. Brilliant work from Romania. It's 2-2. And are we going to get a really close game? These two sides haven't been able to get the results that they would have liked, of course, but they're going to put on a show, it looks like, for us this morning on day 3 here at the IBSA Goalball European Championships Group B 2021. Here's Felix Rosval from the left. He goes diagonally towards the bottom left of the Romania goal, saved by Kovacs. Kovacs launches one. It skids across the surface. Rosval spreads himself well. And Sweden are back in front. Fatma Serameti again for Sweden. He is really putting on a show now. 3 goals for him this morning. And it's 3-2. Here's Kovacs with the response. And Romania hit back straight away. 3-all. What a fantastic start this morning. Romania 3, Sweden 3. What a brilliant game. And huge credit to both sides this morning. After 2 brutal days, they are really matching each other this morning. Fatma Serameti has another go. All over to Sweden again. Serameti on the right side. So, timeout called. Underway with Fatma Serameti down the right. It is Kovacs. And an 80-degree throw that it's just goes past the right post. So Romania, as mentioned previously, were invited to these championships as substitutes for Czech Republic and Slovenia. They finished 5th overall in the Pool C European Championships in 2019. And it just comes to show that finishing in the standings is really important. By finishing 5th, they were the next available entries into the competition, and they've been given the opportunity to play against some really high-class opponents. Unfortunately, it just hasn't gone their way, but they've put in some really good performances, Romania, and it's a huge credit to them, despite all the difficulties that the pandemic has thrown, not just at Romania, but all the teams. A lot of these players having to train in self-isolation, only getting a few opportunities to train together and to put on a brilliant competition. It's huge credit to all of them, and Romania playing in a level above that they used to in the last couple of years have really tried their best to match up. And at the moment, they are matching Sweden. And Sweden, of course, a long history in goalball. Here's Fatmir Seremeti. Oh, brilliant save down to the left by Kovacs. On the centre from Miku, as it's saved from Johan Pettersson, is Felix Rosval. The substitution here, Felix Rosval coming off the court and will be replaced by Mikael Åkerberg, number 7, who's played the majority of the minutes in these championships for Sweden. Started on the bench this morning, but replaces Felix Rosval. Wow, what a brilliant first half we've had. 3 apiece. Sort of rapid fire throws. They've come in clusters, the goals this morning. As soon as one team scores, the other team replies straight away. And here is Kovacs on the left side and goes down the centre. Saved by Johan Pettersson down to the left. Just a reminder that Sweden throwing from left to right from the view of the officials table, with Romania from right to left. Sweden in their traditional blue shirts with the yellow numbering. And Romania in a change strip this morning of grey with black numbers. Sort of fizzing effort past the right post from Kovacs. He's capable of that. Is Kovacs. Just couldn't get the required spin to take it into the corner that time. Here is Fatmir Seremeti with an awkward one to defend, but defend they do. It was Barula in the middle there. Nikolai Dol Barula. Seremeti will respond. Oh, and a good save with the legs again by Barula. Does well there. Remains 3-3. Nothing to separate these two sides at the moment. There's Kovacs. It's spinning. Oh, just caught. But it's the first penalty given away of the morning. Christian Kovacs gives away the penalty, and it's an opportunity now for Sweden to regain the lead. And it's Fatmir Seremeti who's standing over this one. Stands centrally, he goes to the right, it's blocked by Kovacs. Brilliant save from Kovacs. Judged that really well. He's made up for the penalty that was given against him. And it remains 3-3. Mikael Åkerberg down the left, already gone out of play. Kovacs, oh, did it just cross the line? It does! Romania now lead 4-3. And Kovacs, well, he's given away a penalty. He saved a penalty, and now he's scored. What a dramatic minute and a half it's been for Christian Kovacs. Oh, and a high ball given against Fatmir Seremeti. And now an opportunity for Romania to have a 2-goal advantage. Here is Barula, and he takes that opportunity. It's 5-3 to Romania. From Miku is blocked. Here is Selemeti, who rips one back. And it's blocked again. Go back to now. Down the left side, and it's comfortably blocked by Selemeti, who will respond back at Kovacs, and he has his effort blocked as well. Oh, that's a fizzing effort across the surface. You heard that one just skim across the surface, and a ball played forward by Selemeti, and yet again he's been penalised. And Romania have the opportunity to push forward once again. Nikolai Barula coming to the left. Oh, brilliantly done by Barula. Tucks it away comfortably. It's 6-3 to Romania. They're pulling ahead now, and Romania hunting down a victory here in these championships. Mikael Åkerberg tries to respond back at Kovacs. Kovacs with a bouncing effort, saved by the feet of Johan Pettersson. Now here's Fatmir Selemeti on the right, and he goes diagonally towards Miku. Miku smothers the ball in front of him, and he responds. Pettersson. And substitution here for Sweden. Fatmir Selemeti will come off, and he'll be replaced by Oscar Alvested. So Selemeti, the current leading scorer for Sweden, comes off onto the bench, and he's replaced by Oscar Alvested. Alvested with a stinging effort that is palmed away. Here is Miku down the centre of the court, blocked off by Pettersson. Minute to go. Another solid block from Kovacs, and he does well to retrieve it before crossing the halfway. And Barula just has to throw the ball out, conscious of the time limit. Åkerberg comes to the right side now, off from his favoured left, goes down the right channel and has it blocked by Kovacs yet again. 30 seconds remain in the first half, and Romania lead 6-3. A flurry of goals for Romania in the final few minutes of this first half has put them in a commanding position. It was really nip and tuck for the majority of this first half. 3-3. And then Romania have blown ahead here into the final 20 seconds. Can Romania extend that lead? With Miku, no, not on this occasion. Petsum gives it to Mikael Zuckerberg, and he decides to go from the right again. Favouring to go down that channel, at right channel. It's in! And Sweden in a really important goal just before the break, with 2 seconds remaining of the first half, and just reduces that lead to 2. How important could that goal be for Sweden in this 9th, 10th playoff? And at the break, it is Romania 6, Sweden 4.
Second half, on my left side Sweden, on my right side Romania. Half-time score is Romania 6, Sweden 4. Sweden starts second half. Quiet please, center.
So, going to get this second half underway with Sweden throwing from left to right, Romania from right to left. No changes at the break for either side. Here is Miku. And it's deflected. And it's in. What a start to this second half for Romania. 7-4. That 3-goal lead is back in their hands. Here is Oscar Alvested with the reply. Kovacs now on the left side. Ooh, fizzing effort that's blocked. Alvested with an attempt again. Well, what a start for Romania. Just what they would have wanted after conceding that goal just before the break. It could have easily have dented their confidence, but it hasn't. All over to Sweden. Hulkberg now through the centre of the court, has his effort blocked by Barula. Here is Kovacs. Oh, the bouncing, awkward effort to defend, but Alverstead does well just to cover the ball, using the top of his legs to just smother it into the ground. Here is Hulkberg now down that right side. Again, Kovacs, who's been busy since he's come on for Romania in the first half. He replaced Cosmin Kolota. And he's just going to go around his teammate Barula here. Kovacs now through the centre. Johan Peterson gets enough on it to stop it from going any further. Good save from Johan Peterson. Just can't seem to get hold of the ball on the second attempt, so it's going to be a ball over back to Romania. Kovacs has his effort blocked. Well, Miku, coming into the game, was the top scorer for Romania, as well as Cosmin Kolota, who was followed close by him on 4 goals. Miku on 5. Oh, good save by Kovacs. Just manages to shovel the ball away. It's been a good experience for these Romanian players, and it would be pretty special if they were to claim this victory over Sweden this morning. Not called by Sweden. Alverstead through the middle, response from Barula down the right side. And saved, and it's Alverstead on the Sweden left. Oh, and it's a finish. But it's not going to count. Penalty against Oscar Alverstead, and an opportunity for Romania to get their 8th. Barula down the right side. Brilliant save. Brilliant. That is one of the saves of these championships. Oscar Alverstead. Redemption after giving away the penalty. Is that the spark that Sweden need coming into the final 9 minutes to try and get back into this one? There was a loud cheer from the Swedish bench after that save. I'm not surprised. It was a brilliant save from Oscar Alverstead. Ball launched forward. Blocked. Kovacs with a reply, and Buckberg goes back the same way. Oh, really good foot on the ball from Kovacs just to push the ball around the post. Got the ball for Johan Pettersson. Substitution for Sweden. Johan Pettersson will be coming off and will be replaced by Fatmir Sadametti. So the final chance here for Sadametti in these championships, just to boost his goal tally once again. One ball given against Oscar Alvested, so this is another opportunity here for Romania. Can Alvested pull off another wonder save, but it's up against a different opponent this time. Oh, brilliant finish. And it's Miku for Romania. It's 8-4. And Romania on course to confirm 9th place in these championships, unless Sweden can turn this game around. Yeah, Luckerberg there in the centre. Here is Oscar Alvested. And gets one back for Sweden. He's given away a few penalties, but he's got Sweden within 3 of Romania here, coming into the final 7 minutes of the second half. Are we going to go right down to the wire? Well, they need a big performance here from Fatmir Sadametti. Sadametti, it's blocked up into the air. Oh, it's the lower back of Barula. Here's Kovacs. His effort is blocked as well. Sadametti smothers the ball to the right, and he will reply.
Quiet, please.
So the officials seem happy to continue now. And Sedameti will throw. Bouncing effort, blocked by Kovacs. Kovacs responds, and Sedameti defends. And he in turn replies down the centre of the court. His effort is covered in the centre by Barula, and Miku will now have the opportunity from the right. And he goes down the centre. And Ulkeberg, who replaced Johan Petersen in the centre there. Ulkeberg's been mainly in the centre. Oh, and just around the post. And Sweden was so close to scoring their 6th. Coming into the final quarter of the game. Oh, just skims the right post of the Sweden goal. Osted now on the left side. Miku from the right. Launch the ball down the centre. Good save by Ulkeberg. Sedameti fizzes one down the left. Technical timeout with just under 5 minutes to go. Romania 8, Sweden 5. And what a brilliant game this has been in the opening game of day 3 of these IBSA Goalball European Championships. Both sides giving absolutely everything to try and confirm a first win in these championships. Reminder that we'll be moving on to the quarterfinals next with our first quarter-final being Greece against Italy. Greece will be the favourites, but can Italy spring a surprise? Do stay with us. It's going to be fascinating viewing. Here is Kovacs on the left, blocked by Sedameti. Sedameti down the centre. He really put his back into that one, but didn't go any further. Here is Miku. Ulkeberg now, bit of fizz on that one. Miku safely into the midriff of Sedameti, and he responds down the centre. It's blocked. Equipment check by the officials. Sedameti now with the effort that stopped. Sedameti rips one down the right side and blocked by Kovacs. So we're entering into the Final 3 minutes for both of these sides in the championships, and Romania at the moment on course to confirm the 9th place overall in the standings, unless Sweden can turn this around. Here is Kovacs. Skids one across the surface. A quick reply from Muckerberg, who goes back Kovacs' way, but it's out of play. Timeout called. Kovacs for Romania. Comfortable save for Fatmir Seremeti. Seremeti launches one down the right. It's blocked initially, and Seremeti will gather the loose ball. Well, it was really tight in the opening quarter of this game. It was 3-3 between these two sides. The goals just came in clusters, really, as did the 3 for Romania just before the break that put Romania in a commanding position, and they've managed to take control in the second half as well. And Romania come into the final 2 minutes with a 3-goal advantage, and are 2 minutes away from a first win in these championships. And what a victory it will be against a Sweden side with so much pedigree in the world of goalball. Just going through a bit of a rough patch at the moment, but I'm sure Sweden will bounce back over the years. They've got some great youth going through their ranks. Sweden claimed the bronze medal in the 2019 IBSA Goalball Youth World Championships in Australia. So they have players coming through, and I'm sure, and I'm almost certain the world of goalball would love to see Sweden back fighting at the top once again. And a chance for Ludvig Nilsson to come onto the court. Hasn't played much during these championships. He replaces Mikael Åkerberg. And Ludvig Nilsson will come into the central position for Sweden of the 3. Minute and a half remaining. Seremeti with a throw. It bounces up into the air. It rolls off the post. You can hear the groans and the oohs from the benches. And a penalty given against Miku. In fact, it's Kovacs who's the penalty that's being given against him. An opportunity here for Oscar Alvested. Oh, good save from Kovacs. Well, Alvested made a brilliant save earlier on, and now this time it's Kovacs. And that could be really crucial with that 3-goal lead now still intact for Romania. Here is Kovacs now. Down the left. Blocked. The reply from Seremeti. Really gave that one a rip down the middle of the court. But good block from Barula, and Barula just almost gently rolls the ball down the centre of the court. Romania, of course, with this advantage, they are seconds away from claiming their first win in these championships. Seremeti off radar and wipes out the water bottles on the Romanian bench. To Seremeti. Halberstadt has his effort blocked by Barula, and into the closing stages. And both of these sides have had pretty grueling games over the last 2 days, and this presented an opportunity for either of these sides to claim a victory in these championships, and Romania are going to take that opportunity. They have won by 8 goals to 5. A loud cheer from the Romanian side signals that victory. Hugs, smiles, and a brilliant result for Romania. As for Sweden, well, their championships comes to an end. Played 5, lost 5. It just hasn't been their championships, and they will be demoted to the Division C of these European champs. They'll be back again, I'm sure, but this game belongs to Romania. They've secured a victory in these championships by 8 goals to 5. And now we'll move on to the quarterfinals, and our first one will be Greece against Italy in 20 minutes' time.